How much is car insurance in California?
Ooh, that's a great question.
It depends where you live. It depends how old you are, depends what car you drive.
Todo depende mucho en el récord de manejo, la ciudad donde vivas y el carro que manejes.
So the minimum liability in California is $1,530, and what that means, guys, is $15,000 per person, $30,000 per accident.
But also mostly the tickets on your record, and that's what's special with Adriana's is you can have 3 speeding tickets, a DUI, we're not gonna hold that against you. Like, people make mistakes. Like, you should still be able to find an affordable rate based off that.
Entre más caro sea tu carro y entre más mal récord tengas, más caro. Pero siempre trabajamos con muchas compañías para obtener los mejores precios.
Now, I hardly ever recommend that just because if you get in an accident, you don't want to be held liable and pay out of pocket. So I always suggest a little more. Depending on the package you choose would determine the price.
And we can give you a quote in like under 2 minutes. You just have to answer a couple questions and we'll be able to find something in your budget for you.
How much is car insurance for an 18-year-old?
Usually a lot.
So car insurance for an 18-year-old, now keep in mind, they rate it based off of your driving experience. So since they don't have that much driving experience, it's typically a little more. What I typically suggest is to add, especially if they're 18, living with their parents, is to go ahead and add the parents on the policy so it brings down the premium.
Tenemos un mercado muy abierto para ellos.
With other companies, it can be over $400, which is daunting. Like, what 18-year-old can pay that much money?
Los precios pueden variar dependiendo donde viva y el carro que vaya a manejar, si es un carro deportivo o un carro sedán, pero hay muchos precios competitivos.
With the over 85 companies we work with, I've seen it go under like 200 sometimes. So it's definitely affordable.
How much is car insurance on an average?
It depends.
On average, that's another great question because it all boils down to how much coverage you're actually purchasing. It can be anywhere between 18 all the way up to in the hundreds, depending on what level of coverage you choose.
Pues todo depende mucho de tu récord de manejo, del carro que vayas a manejar. Y más que nada, pues un promedio. A veces se gasta uno más como mujeres en make-up, como hombres, digamos, en una botella. Pero sí, un promedio depende mucho en el récord, pero no sale muy caro. Un seguro no sale muy caro. Es mejor asegurarse que no estar seguro.
How much is car insurance on a Tesla?
Y ahí sí la pones difícil.
Ooh, that's another great question. So Teslas, man, I love that car.
It depends.
Esos carros están bien padres. Pero llámenme, Abraham, para darles una cotización.
So with Teslas, they usually suggest 100, 300. So 100,000 per person, 300,000 per accident. Generally, with that kind of coverage, it'll run you a couple $100.
We'll make it affordable for you. Call me. My extension is 1553.
How much is car insurance for a 16-year-old?
Es trabajoso de decirles cuánto porque tiene que estar su papá presente porque no pueden agarrar un seguro ustedes.
That's the thing with our policies. You do have to have someone over the age of 25 on the policy to have insurance. So you can't just be by yourself.
A 16-year-old, on average, I would suggest anywhere between probably about like 100 to 150, depending on whether they want full coverage or just basic liability.
So if you're 16, 17, you have to at least have like a parent or someone over the age of 18.
So what I typically suggest is if they have anyone within the household that has a little more driving experience, they're gonna get a better rate. Can they do it on their own? Absolutely, we can get them insured. But to bring down the premium, I always suggest to add someone on the policy.
Estamos abiertos y disponibles para darles una cotización. Vengan a nuestras oficinas.